Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Resident Evil Week here on the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Legion Go S, the SteamOS model. This is the Z1 Extreme 32 gigabytes of RAM model, and we're going to go ahead and put it up against the Legion Go 2, which is running Windows. So it's running the same Steam version of the game, but on Windows. I've got the settings for both here up on the side of the screen for you. What basically notable thing is I've got them both running at 720p and you know, being upscaled from there. And so the Legion Go 2, I believe, has more like max settings, and the Legion Go S has more like high settings. So you can see all those specifics in there. If you want, you can kind of scroll back and forth and pause and scrub and do whatever. So we're going to go ahead and jump kind of right into it here. So you have the Legion Go S here on the top, and then we've got the Legion Go 2 on the bottom. And I do have the stats going on for both of them as well. You know, on the Legion Go 2, this is the Legion Space stats, whereas on the Legion Go S, since it's running SteamOS, it has the, you know, standard SteamOS kind of stats. And I've just got them going nice across the top of the screen there for you, so it doesn't interrupt any of the view of the screen, which is kind of a nice option on these 16:9 games. I don't believe the Legion Space has that option where it goes all the way across the screen. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Anyway, so I think the game looks really great on both of these. Obviously, the game has been running great on pretty much any range of devices that we've seen it on. Now, we still haven't seen that Switch 2 version. So if you have not been following me on Twitter, it's just been a debacle. I mean, I pre-ordered it through Best Buy. I wanted to get that generation pack. So, you know, basically you get all three of the, you know, Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9 on a Switch 2. And, you know, it didn't ship on Friday, so it was just been without it. And really was no kind of indication that it was going to. It just said that, you know, they're trying to, you know, get it shipped out. And if you don't hear from us by mid-March, they're going to cancel the order or whatever. So I kind of expected it to just get canceled and I was going to move on. But they did finally ship it today. So you will be seeing the Switch 2 version here going up against Legion Go S, Legion Go 2, Steam Deck OLED, whatever you guys want to see. If you have a particular video that you want to see first that the Switch 2 goes up against, drop a comment down below. I'll be happy to take a look at that specific version for you. But again, going back to the Legion Go S model, and I kind of optimized the settings on these, especially for this Legion Go S, to try to mostly stay in the VRR window. If you're not familiar, Legion Go 2 has a VRR window from 30 all the way up to 144 hertz. Legion Go S has a VRR window of 48 to 120 hertz. So I really tried to optimize to mostly stay in that VRR window. As you'll see in the video, there is a couple times it will drop below 48, kind of here in this opening sequence it did. And then in the Leon sequence, which is really kind of like action heavy intense, that you'll see toward the end of the video. It also did sort of drop, you know, some of that frame rate below that 48 at times too. But the whole time never really dropped under 30, so I think it's still totally playable. And for the bulk of the gameplay, at least for my experience so far, and I play these games very like slow and methodically. Like I really like to just kind of soak in the atmosphere and enjoy it. Most of my time so far, I don't know, probably 4, 5, 6 hours into the game, I've mostly been with Grace, you know, in the interior areas. So, you know, these settings I think are well optimized for that for sure. So we're going to kind of get up into the kind of the entry tutorial area here, and this is just kind of like that really nice pan up moment here that kind of shows off some of the game's you know, graphic fidelity. I think that is just like a beautiful sequence there. I didn't pan up on the Legion Go one, but I did do it on the Legion Go S here. Legion Go S is running great. If you're curious, so you do still get the Legion settings, even though it's in SteamOS. Basically, you just get, you know, the Legion balance mode, Legion performance mode. This is running in Legion performance mode, and the fans are spun up pretty well. I mean, they're not crazy loud, but they are definitely noticeable for sure. So that's something to keep in mind if you want to play on this device. I think really those are kind of like a couple of the biggest flaws of the Legion Go S is the fans can get kind of loud, and the specifically the battery life when you run it in performance mode, just brutal on the battery life. It's not quite Legion Go 1 bad, but it might be actually pretty close. But I don't think, for me, that's never been too big of a deal. I've always got like just a battery pack that I could plug into them. I basically got that for the Legion Go one because its battery life was so bad. But I don't think it's a huge deal. But just know that if you are running this game on the Legion Go S, the SteamOS model, you're running in performance, and you're running these particular settings, the battery does drain pretty good. I would say you're probably going to get like maybe an hour and a half is what I would guess. Maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, maybe. Which, maybe that's good enough. For me, that's definitely good enough. I'm typically not playing handheld more than 2 hours, but I know that some of you maniacs out there like spending all day on it. So something to consider if you like to do that. And again here, one notice difference I did turn off in the settings. You can kind of see in the hair here, the extra like hair detail. I did go ahead and turn that off in the Legion Go S. I don't think it has as big of a hit to performance on these lower resolution as I thought it would. I mean, there probably is certainly some FPS difference there, but I think if you want to, you could probably turn those hair strands on, just kind of play with it, see what it will do for you. But if you're trying to make a buying decision here, you want to know, does it work good on the Legion Go S? Absolutely runs totally fabulous on it. And again, one of the things that you might notice, and we saw this in some of the other videos, is the color temperature on the this LCD screen. We talked about it on the Portal, versus the Legion Go video. And this Legion Go has been calibrated for HDR, and it's running HDR, so it does have a wider color gamut than the Legion Go S does. But the Legion Go S does sport a little bit of a cooler color temperature, and you don't get tons of options to really customize or calibrate the display. Since it's running SteamOS, you pretty much just get a saturation slider, which I've got that all the way to fully saturated because I just like that little bit of extra punch in color and stuff like that. But you could definitely notice the upgrade on the Legion Go 2's. It's OLED display. It's HDR, the wider color gamut, all of that kind of stuff. The deep blacks. And if you saw my original Legion Go videos, mine actually even has a little bit of blacklight bleed. And I've been playing on this a little bit, and it really hasn't bothered me too much, especially if you're playing it in a dark environment. What you usually are going to do is slide your brightness slider down, just to get a more reasonable brightness level for the environment that you're playing in anyway. And when I'm playing at an appropriate level for, playing in darkness or whatever, it's been totally fine. It hasn't bothered me at all. Yeah. Is the Legion Go 2 screen better? Yeah. Would I prefer to play on that? Of course. Absolutely. But the Legion Go S screen is nothing to sneeze at. I wouldn't, I've seen people on Twitter being like, I'm not playing it like this. Like, I think they were showing a picture of their Portal next to their OLED TV. Okay, whatever. I've played this on this device. I played it on the Portal. Sure, you're not going to get the extreme deep blacks. Obviously, we already know this. But if you are using your display setting, brightness level to the appropriate slider level for your environment, it's totally playable. It's not a big deal. I think that stuff is totally overblown. But man, if you haven't picked the game up yet, you're watching this, you'd be like, I just want to make sure it runs good, whatever. You should definitely pick this game up, man. It is just top tier, excellent Resident Evil gameplay. And if you're new to the channel, I'm a Denver Broncos fan. Like, one of the things that happened whenever they won their first Super Bowl was the owner held up the trophy, said, "This one's for John," for John Elway. And this is like Resident Evil, like Capcom holding up the trophy for Resident Evil fans, saying, "This one's for the fans," because it just gives you kind of the best of both worlds. So you have your, what I typically call like Resident Evil 7 style, Resident Evil 1 style, like kind of slow, plodding, more atmospheric, more mechanical, types of environments when you're with Grace. And then when you're with Leon, you're going to get the like action heavy, like Resident Evil 4 style, Resident Evil Village style, just like big kind of action, crazy sequences. And the big memes going around on Twitter is like, Grace gameplay, whatever meme that they've selected, but everybody else picks for the Leon sequences, John Wick sequences. And it's kind of accurate. It's not like John Wick level really, but I mean, it's pretty good and it's pretty fun for sure. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've actually only played 2 Leon sequences so far. Like I said, I like to take my time with these. I'm just enjoying the hell out of it. So I'm in, the big medical facility area, basically. And then we have the east and west wing, and I'm kind of like in both wings now and kind of like getting toward the end of that sequence, it seems like. And, I haven't gotten to that 3rd Leon section just yet, but I'm definitely excited to do that. We're going to go ahead and jump into the Leon section here to round out the video. And just a note, as we get toward the end of the video, I think I got like turned around and lost, so I think I cut it off just a little bit sooner than the other videos. But you still kind of see the same thing. And this is the Leon sequences. They are more action heavy, so we do drop below that 48 48 frames per second mark, and that outside of our VRR window. Now, Steam seems to be really well optimized for things like screen tearing and stuff, and I didn't really notice anything, too bad when we were dropping below. If you see anything in the video, hey, drop me a comment down below. I'd love to take a look at the timestamp, but just so I can, be better at spotting that kind of stuff. But I didn't see anything personally on it. Yeah, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, if you like this kind of stuff, man, we do this stuff all the time on the channel. So if you would consider subscribing, that would be awesome. Like the video, of course, and leave a comment down below. All of that stuff. Watching the entire video really helps small creators like me get out to more and more people. And, YouTube doesn't pay small creators very well, so I spent more money on the game than the channel's made in its entire history just to have all these different versions going for you guys. So definitely would appreciate doing all of those things. If you would like to support what I'm doing here on the channel, there's some membership options. Starts at $2, just like a monthly tip if you want to do that. If you would like early access to the videos, basically as soon as they drop, it's usually a day or two or day and a half ahead typically. You could do that at the $5 tier, or if you want to get your name in the credits even, hey, you can, be a supporter at the $25 level. Totally optional. You don't have to do that, but thought I would mention it in case anybody wants to help out, because the channel's not, it'll be a while before the channel ever, quote unquote, makes money at this rate. But anyway, that's kind of beside the point. But we're going to go ahead and finish up this Leon section here. We just got about 15, 20 more seconds here. This is a ton of fun. And I'm looking forward to that next Leon sequence. The very next Leon sequence, I'll tell you, man, get ready, because it is absolutely a ton of fun. So, but that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, we'll see you on Friday, maybe for a Switch 2 video.